everyone, it's Max and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. I apologize for the mess. It's just because whenever my puppy's up here, I just chuck like everything under the sun up on my bed so she doesn't get it. But it is Monday and I thought I would go over my reading plans for the week. So I only have 2 books on this TBR, and for the rest of the weeks, the only things I'm going to have on a set TBR are 2 books, which is great. And the first book this week is The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. I've been wanting to read this for months. If you've seen like any TBR videos or anything, this is like almost always on it. So I'm so excited to finally get to it. This is about a world that killed off these godlike creatures called augurs, and it's now illegal to have the magic that the augurs had. And I think from the 25 pages I've read, if it's found that you do have that magic, you're turned into like a shadow creature. I might be wrong, but I think that's what happens, and our main character finds out he has that magic. I'm only 25 pages in. I'm enjoying it. There's literally nothing to tell. There's been no world building. There's been no real explanation. I've just gotten through the prologue and a couple of chapters, but I'm really excited to continue. And then the other book I'm gonna read is an arc called Don't Tell a Soul by Kirsten Miller. And this is like I just read the synopsis like again because I keep forgetting, and the synopsis says it's a modern day Rebecca. So I don't know if that means it's a retelling of Rebecca or just compared. But it's about our main character who just wants to get like away from her family, or something happened to her family. She goes and lives with her uncle whose wife recently died in a fire that people believe was started by their daughter. And he's like restoring this mansion. And people keep saying that there are ghosts in that mansion of dead girls. And I think she's either, like, I don't know if the ghosts are real or if it's just a legend, but she kind of gets swept up in this legend and idea in this manner. She's trying to figure out what happened. So I'm intrigued, but I am really excited to finally be reading The Shadow of What Was Lost. I'm giving myself 5 days to read The Shadow of What Was Lost, is 693 pages, and 2 days to read Don't Tell a Soul, which is 384. And that means I have to read like 139 pages of The Shadow of What Was Lost a day. I'll probably do 140, rounded up to like that nice even number. And then Don't Tell a Soul, it'll be like 192 pages a day, which like that's Saturday and Sunday, so shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, so, and I'm also continuously listening to Terrier by Tamora Pierce, which is about a girl in the Tortle universe. I probably should have read these first because it takes place like centuries before Alana, but I just didn't know that. But this is about a girl who joins like the police force, and in the police force they're called like dogs, and she's a puppy because she's just starting, and she is trying to figure out why in like the slums kind of their city that she like lives in, why children are going missing, including her best friend's son. And her best friend is the daughter of like the wealthiest man either in the city or just in the lower section, and she's trying to figure out what happened. She is like Alana and Dane and Calandry, where they all just can like connect to animals. So I'm really enjoying that aspect. I'm actually really liking it. Once you get over the whole like dog puppy thing, which like cringe, it's actually really good. And the audiobook is amazing. I highly recommend it if you're thinking of reading it. I used to own a copy. I had it signed and personalized by Tamora Pierce. I have no idea what happened to it. I might have given it to my local book library because I never thought I was going to read it. And yet here we are because I couldn't get over the dog puppy thing. But now I'm super into it. I'm really excited to see what happens next. But that's all I've got for you. I'm still working. I've got like 30 minutes left in the workday, and then I don't know when my mom is coming home. Might be around like 6:37. So I've got some time to read. I do have puppy duty, so we'll see how well reading goes. But I did just upload last week's vlog where I read These Violent Delights and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So if you're interested on my thoughts on either of those books, please go check that one out. Yeah, I had a really good time. But I'm going to let you go, and I'll just let you know once I've read some more. Hi everyone. So it is 7 on Monday, and I'm 140 pages into The Shadow of What Was Lost, and I flew through that 120 pages I had to read after talking to you last. Flew through it. I couldn't believe I'm already on page 140. And now I do know a bit more of what this is about. So 15 years ago, there was this war between people with magic and people without magic. And the rulers of the people with magic were called the augurs, and they had a special type of magic that hasn't really been explained yet. But our main character has the magic of the augurs, and he goes to a school for people with magic. There was a treaty that was signed that like people with magic couldn't use their magic against like non-magic users and all this stuff. And right before his trials, and they have to take trials, and if they fail the trials, they get their magic taken away. And they're like even worse than magic users, which I don't really understand why people think they're worse, because now they don't have magic, so you think that they think they were safer. Whatever. And he runs away because a guy who's like high up in magic users has been like, we've been watching you. We were like helpers of the augurs, and we're trying to collect people who have that magic to like kind of rise up. And so he runs away and he brings his best friend and then leaves his other best friend, which kind of sucked. And I'm not gonna reveal because it just, I mean, it's not really a plot twist, but like, it's like, it would be revealing something, but something kind of bad happens to her. And so we get her point of view and our main character's point of view. Her name is, I want to say Asha, and the guy's name is Davian or Davian, I don't know. The names are too similar. There's like a billion guys with the name T, and it's like A-E something, and then there's a bunch of guys with the name D-A something. I keep getting a little like, wait, I thought that was this person and this person, because they all have too similar names. And so we get their point of views. I really like Asha's. Davian's is all right. I have a hard time concentrating during his parts. I don't really know why, but I am excited to see where this goes. I'm still like not really sure where this is going. I don't really know like what the plot is yet. Like I mean, it's been action-packed, so much has happened, but it's like nothing's really being explained. So like our main character's trying to go find this guy with this wolf tattoo, but you're like, why? And it's just nothing's really being explained, so I don't even know what the plot is of this. I feel like too much is happening like behind the scenes, like while we're in someone else's point of view, that it's like we jump and we're like, wait, what? But it is good, it is interesting. It's not as amazing as I'd hoped it would be, but I'm only 140 pages in, so this world building might just take a while. We'll see. But yeah, flew through that. I couldn't believe how fast I read that. I sat down and just read the 120 pages, I think in less than an hour, which is also pretty crazy. So yeah. I'm gonna go. I have to make dinner somewhere along the line. I should do that sooner rather than later. I'm just not hungry. My mom nor my stepdad are like, they're both in like 45 minutes away from me doing their jobs. And so neither of them are like coming home yet. So I better make myself a salad, but I'm starting to get hungry, so I guess. But we shall see. I think for the rest of the night, I'm gonna do some writing. I got back in the writing mood. And I don't know, maybe I'll read some more of The Shadow of What Was Lost, because that was really fast and I'm still home alone and it's only 7. But we shall see. If I read more, I will update you. If I don't, then I'll probably talk to you tomorrow. Hi everyone, it is Tuesday and I'm just sitting down, finally relaxing. Today has been so hectic. First, I woke up, did a workout really fast so I could shower before work, and then the first hour of work was so busy, and then I had to take time off to go drive my boss to the airport, which was like an hour and 30 minutes away each way. And then I went to the gym on my lunch break, and then the rest of the day was so busy and so hectic. I couldn't even like blink. So now I'm just sitting down to watch The Bachelor with my best friend. I do have the house to myself. My mom and stepdad are gonna be coming home at some point and then leaving to do something else. So that'll happen at some point, but for the most part, I do have the house to myself. After The Bachelor, which is like an hour and 20 minutes of like, cause I can fast forward through the commercials, I'm going to then sit down and read The Shadow of What Was Lost. I have not read any more of that, but I have gotten further into Terrier because I did listen to that on my way home from dropping my boss off at the airport. I'm still really liking it. I don't know, I don't really know, like, I really like that there isn't like, there's an underlying plot, but it's just a lot of also just like her day to day, and I don't know why, but I'm really enjoying it. I am interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see who this like snake viper person, serpent is. I can't remember what the main bad guy is called. It's something to do with like a snake. And I'm like hoping that's gonna be a plot twist of who it is, and I'm hoping it's gonna be like someone we know. But I'm like just over halfway through the book. Maybe a bit more now, but last time I like updated my Goodreads, I'm like 54%. So one great thing about Audible that like, I don't know if it's an update or if I just never noticed it, is that it shows you based on like how fast you're listening to it, like how much actual time you have left. So like shows like how many like hours of the audiobook you have, but it also shows like at 2.7 times speed, you have 2 hours left or whatever, which I think is awesome. I think that's a great idea because I spend so much time like calculating to see like how much time I have left, like real time, and now I don't even have to do that. But I'm gonna go because my best friend is probably gonna be FaceTiming me at any moment to watch The Bachelor. So I'll talk to you later. Hi everyone, it's Thursday. Reason why I haven't updated you is because I haven't read anything in 2 days. I read 140 pages of this today, but I didn't read anything Tuesday and Wednesday. I watched 911 Lone Star and I'm obsessed. And that's like taken over my life, but it's okay. The Shadows of What Was Lost is okay. I feel like there's just not enough world building. Like I'm so confused. All of the names that he has for stuff and titles are so similar. I'm getting them all mixed up. And I still am like, what is the plot? Like I know what the plot is for one of the main characters, but for the other, no idea. No idea what the plot is. And I just I don't know. I don't really get it. And I just feel like there's no world building. So I don't understand like what's happening at all. And I'm 289 pages into it. So you'd think I would have some semblance of an idea, but I just don't. So we'll see. This is definitely gonna be the only book I read this week because I'm not gonna be reading anything else, I'm sure. But it's definitely disappointing for sure. I'm very bummed that this didn't end up being what I had hoped it would be. Yeah, I'm really bummed about that. But it's 11:30. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm sorry that I haven't spoken to you in a while, but reading has just been sparse. So all I've got for you is that there's been no world building and I still don't know the plot. Hi guys, it is Friday night. It's 10:40 and I have some really disappointing news, and that's that I've decided to DNF The Shadow of What Was Lost, which breaks my heart. I am over halfway through and I still don't know what's going on at all. Absolutely nothing is being explained. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like absolutely nothing is being explained to us, even though we follow characters that know things. And it's like, because we're in their mind, we should be knowing what they know, but it's like, we don't know anything. And it's just not good. And I'm finding it very boring and annoying. And just, there's still no world building. And like, there's like this divide. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like, I don't know, there's this divide between countries, and it's like, I feel like it's supposed to mean something or be something, but there's absolutely no explanation into the world or like why they're at war or like what's going on. And it's just like, it feels like I'm just like yanking out the smallest details to try and understand what is going on, because literally nothing is being explained. And it's just not good. And so I'm just really, really sad and really disappointed, but I'm putting it down. I literally just cannot read any more of it because none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense at all. And if it was because the main characters didn't know either, I'd be more on board with it. But it's like our characters know stuff and we're just not privy to it. And like, the world building is just so bad, and I still don't know what the plot is. So I'm heartbroken, truly, but I have decided to put it down. So I am gonna read, I think I'm gonna actually read The Project. I said I was gonna read Don't Tell a Soul, but The Project is a book that is on my TBR cards, TBR. So I'm gonna read that one first, even though Don't Tell a Soul comes out first. I'll read that next week. But I'm really, really bummed about this book, especially because I spent 4 days reading it and have decided to DNF it because I just can't connect to any of the characters. There's no plot, there's no world building. It's just not good. But I am tired. Thankfully, I have a 3-day weekend and the weekend is starting. So I am gonna go to bed. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. This vlog is turning out to be really crappy. I'm sorry. Hi guys, it's Sunday and I didn't read anything yesterday and I was like a mess yesterday because my mom and I had to go do like a bunch of grocery shopping at Costco, which is like an hour and 15 minutes away from us. And we went and we did all that and I just didn't read anything and I was in such a rush to get out of there, and then I was going to my dad's house like straight after it that I forgot like all of the books that I could have filmed my February TBR and what's the other videos that I've been wanting to film, and it's just like, I don't know. And then I even forgot the book that I wanted to read tomorrow, which is like Wolf Hall, and so it's just like a little bit of a mess. That's me. So I am, you know, oh my god, we're watching like to see who's going on to the AFC and NFC championships. The Bills are, the Buffalo Bills, which is my dad and my mom and my team. And so like that's super exciting. And so we are gonna be watching football, but I am gonna take my Kindle down with me and try and get through the project because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it today. I think it's like around 350 pages, I'm hoping, I wanna say. So then tomorrow I'll just start Don't Tell a Soul, which is also on my Kindle. I do have to go back to that city that I was in yesterday because my dad has to get some work done on his back. And so I have to drive him home because he is put under. So yeah, that's like really fun. And I'm driving my own car, which I'm happy about. I hate driving his truck. But I'll see if he'll drive there because I have to drive back, and I might try and do some reading then. But that is for next week's vlog. I don't even know, honestly, if I don't finish a book, I'm not gonna post this because I think it's gonna be like 10 minutes long. And I had a vlog that was like 9 minutes long and I felt awful. But at least I read something. So if I don't finish anything, I might not continue this, but we shall see. And I'll talk to you all later. All right, it's almost midnight on Sunday, but I just finished the project. Not very good. I didn't really like it. So this is about a girl whose sister joins a cult, basically, and our main character works for a newspaper magazine sort of situation, and she is trying to uncover like what her sister's doing and like where her sister is. She just gets involved in this whole cult and everything, and I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I love like reading books with like cults in them, like The Sacred Lives of Minnow Bly. But it just, I don't know, I feel like it was all so rushed. Like every single aspect of like the main story felt rushed. And I was just like, especially our main character's emotions, like I understand what she was trying to show was like she was alone, literally, like she had no one left. And so it's like easy to like be preyed upon. But I don't know, she hated this organization for so long, and then she does basically like a complete 180. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I just didn't feel, it didn't feel organic. It felt very rushed and very weird. She did a great job at making like our kind of villain like very charismatic. Like I think she did a really good job at emulating like a cult leader. But I don't know, I just felt like it was all, none of it actually connected and none of it felt realistic basically. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. Disappointed for sure. So the 2 books I somewhat read this week were The Shadow of What Was Lost, which I DNF'd, but I did count it on Goodreads because I read like 300 and something pages of it and I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. There just like didn't seem to be a plot and absolutely no world building, and I just didn't have enough interest. And then I just finished The Project by Courtney Summers, which I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. Sorry, this vlog is gonna be very short and just all over the place and ridiculous, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.